Goggins,
Ask me what kind of bitch you're being. Stay hard.
Peterson,
Clean your room. Organize your life.
old Gary V,
You're willing to sit like a lump and just wait till you die? You suck.
and Mel Robbins with Whatever This Is.
Why don't you just count backward? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't give a fuck how stupid you think this is. Pushing yourself to take action is the only way you're going to change.
Look, I've got nothing against these people. If your life is chaos, there's a lot of salvation in these doctrines. But I would bet, I'm betting that you're ready for a different kind of discipline. We've been hypnotized by militant, macho, superstar motivation. Fundamentally, it's a lazy, unexamined approach, and that's why it doesn't stick for most of us. If you're still in the trenches and you're still a little bit paralyzed by fear and perfectionism and overthinking, then you need a deeper understanding of what's actually going on in your psyche, in your biology. In this video, I'm gonna take down this generic macho shame motivation and show you what is actually going on so you can find actual, sustainable, enjoyable consistency. Selling you anxiety. I promise you that you're powerful enough to hold on to your desires without needing them to be fulfilled right now at this moment. And that's what most of this macho motivation is. It's a soothing balm for impatience. It's laced with anxious, militant parent energy, always coming at you like you're behind. The override switch. Countdown, override the fear, stay hard, move through it, push. And the problem is these override switches just don't last. You shortcut your biology and your instinct and your personality and vibe. And when you live off overrides, you start to hate the thing that you're supposed to love. My story. For years, I tried to be that machine, like growth mode, grouch mode. Everything in my life was to be cannibalized for progress and movement and visibility. And at every turn, it was optimize and push and override the shame. It completely burnt me out. Things got so bad for me that I ended up hospitalized twice with insomnia and chest pains and exhaustion. And worst of all of that is it pushed people who I really loved away because I wasn't human anymore. And I was using this robotic, militant shame fuel that I internalized as a kid through the church and through athletics. And I was trying to use that in a world where my job was to display humanity and write songs and be creative. And it was just the wrong tool. And after that all burnt down, I was finally able to kind of blueprint my way back to whatever imprinted that onto me. So here's some cool self-inventory. 6 examples of classic motivation models: ambitious or absent parents, an older sibling, a coach, obsession with time, religious shame, a partner or ex. Most of us have at least one of these voices, upholding a behind the curve, never enoughness. Why the old models don't fit. Listen to the Stoics, it's the wisdom unspoiled by time. It worked for them, it must work for us. It's very strange to me that a lot of the motivational pills and life rules we're supposed to follow come from people who have been dead for thousands of years, or from men who learned under systems designed for war and obedience. Yes, there's wisdom there. I'm not taking a piss on Marcus Aurelius. But as a modern creator navigating tech and disillusioned industries and the nuance of gender and sexuality, you are playing a very different game, my friend. You're not a warrior in the 12th century. You have an iPhone and a laptop, and you're interfacing with all this complexity. You're not supposed to be fighting for your survival. You're supposed to be navigating the very nuanced world of modern humanity. The echo chamber of discipline. Traditional discipline can create a huge echo chamber where you're kind of stuck in masturbatory self-improvement and constantly course correcting, and you're always a snake eating your own tail. If you're ready to sustainably find relief from overthinking and procrastination, click the link below. It's already helped hundreds of creators. Why it doesn't fit creators. You're naturally rebellious and stubborn and an individualist in your thinking, but you simultaneously wonder why these macho marching orders don't stick, because you don't want to listen. You're wired to make a mess so you can find the groove, and you're still in that place where you need to make a mess in order to find your groove. These people all come from very type A systems, right? The military, academics, the corporate world, systems designed to crush rebellion and produce mass obedience. And then there's Dan Coe, mad respect. He dominates the internet, but every thumbnail is a war cry, and it's stop fucking up your life and anti-vision. Creators overthink. They create an obstacle course out of something that was probably just a short walk. So those shameful marching orders are just going to inflate the overthinking even more. And then you blame yourself and wonder why consistency is so elusive when really you were just running the wrong operating system. The voice you need. We need more creators who are also motivators to take into account the nuance of what's going on below the surface, long before we get into all of the how-to micro things. We don't need frameworks that shame us into temporary action. Those just uphold these stale patterns of recycling insecurity and also the attitudes of past generations, which most of us want to move on from. We need hybrid people who can navigate the modern world with a wider aperture. We don't need more blacksmiths. We need more gardeners. This isn't lighter or fluffy or woo-woo. It's integration. It's understanding so things actually fucking last. Most people are really spiritual, really intuitive, but they're too afraid to admit it or trust it because they don't want to be cringe. But then someone reminds them of the world behind the veil and they light up. And this is a huge part of what will actually motivate you. The real motivator, passion. You don't love people or pursue things because of discipline. You do those things because of passion. Passion self-generates, and it provides you with the thing that will snap you into action over and over and over again. Passion has patience. All of that generic motivation is for someone who isn't strong enough to hold their desires for a long period of time. You've been through hell already in a lot of ways. So why would you continue to respond to the old, tired shame voice, just continuing to tell you to do more, to do better? You need to go with different rules. I define my discipline. It's based in transformation and passion, not trying to fix anything or best anyone. A deadline isn't a doomsday cliff drop. It's a process by which I finish and move on to something new and fresh. Consistency is practice, not a scoreboard. I promise if you can just get with one or two of those, things are going to dramatically change for you. Your body isn't the enemy. Your brain is wired to reward you for anticipation, not attainment. The buzz isn't in the finishing. The buzz is in the moving towards something and the dreaming and the fantasizing. Your nervous system is wired for safety. The modern equivalent of danger in the woods is rejection. Your biology reads putting yourself out there or risking something as a threat to your survival because belonging has always meant survival. That's primal, that's unavoidable. Your psychology is wired for struggle. You build little soap operas in your head. You create obstacles and villains and timelines because the drama of life is very enjoyable. You'll probably always enjoy struggle. The point is to not let any of this paralyze you, but to recognize it so you can enjoy it and wield it. Recognize, oh yeah, I'm being rewarded for pursuing. That's why this fantasizing is feeling so good. Oh my God, I'm scared shitless to finish this and actually tackle this and have this conversation and send that thing off. And then, oh my God, I'm actively enjoying all this because I'm making a hero's journey out of my life. And if you can get with this stuff, you're gonna be okay. What's missing deep down? What's really missing here is empathy and grace. Empathy for your process and grace for yourself. Empathy is a fucking badass wizard king, the thing that actually wins the game. Empathy is the art of knowing exactly what something needs. Without it, you alienate yourself and you become brittle and fragile. With it, you regenerate and you also plug into the unseen art of being in a society and getting what you want. The rigid, shame-fueled hustle culture robs you of this empathy because you become so horse-blinded and so individualistic on your purpose that you lose connection with all the human beings around you. And it's only the humans that are going to be able to give you the thing that you want. And underneath all of this, we need grace. As Terrence Malick says in Tree of Life, there are two ways through life, the way of nature and the way of grace. Hustle porn is the way of nature. It's always survival driven. Grace is what makes you sustainably human. Work is play. As my man Alan Watts puts it, this is the real secret of life. Instead of calling it work, realize it is play. Alan Watts wrote dozens of books and completely transformed the underbelly of Western society. And he did all of it as a self-proclaimed trickster. He admitted he was lazy. He admitted he had self-sabotaging tendencies that plagued him every day. And he knew deeply that he couldn't motivate his way out of it into some permanent land of consistency and productivity. He knew that it was a game. He developed a deeper understanding, and look what happened. That paradox, honoring your chaos while still producing brilliant work, that's closer to what makes a creator thrive. The alternative. So what's the bottom line answer in doing away with all of the generic, shame-laced, macho motivation? It's a different kind of discipline, a modern human discipline, a discipline built for rebellion, for play, for flexibility, one that knows you'll have off days, one that bends without breaking, and knows that finishing is actually just letting go sooner, a discipline that moves with curiosity, not shame, passion, not punishment, empathy, not echo chambers. You don't need more rules. You don't need another checklist. You don't need to be whipped into action. There's a better way. I hope any or all of this helps you. And if it really resonated, let's get you moving with something that's not generic, something that's real, something that's already helped hundreds of creators. No anxious hacks, just depth and real understanding and a path forward for people like us. Also, don't forget to sign up for my email list. This was a really fun one. It was kind of a crazy one, but I'm proud of it. I believe in you.